Hey everybody, Pope Shizzle here. I am back after about 8-month hiatus from War Thunder. Just couldn't stay away, so I'm back. I played Starfield for about a month on its release in September last year. Got back into Star Citizen after being away from that for a few years, and man, that game has made a lot of progress. But I just can't stay away from the War Thunder. So I'm back and hoping that it's not going to be too terrible to start this game back off. Not having played in 8 months, I'm a little rusty. So we're going to start off with Murrica 7.0, specifically the T29, see how this thing does. So on this initial cross, I saw something. I don't know what it was. It looked like a small little wheelie boy. I'm not familiar with a lot of the new vehicles that are in the game, so don't really quite know what that was. But I know it was small and it was fast, and it is taking up a pretty forward position to scout, maybe snipe. Like I said, I don't know what it was. So we're going to play this hill a little bit here and see what I see. Don't really see much, especially the middle cap, so we're going to use some heavy machine gun fire, the 50 cal, to take down some trees and some obstacles to get kind of a clear vision over towards that B cap and the center pagoda area, which in the past has always been important. I guess we'll see if it's continues to be that way. Whatever that little small guy was in front, he clearly saw me. I see a marker for him. He shot artillery at me, didn't do much damage, and that was a fox. I'm guessing it's some kind of an autocannon wheel tank from the British tree, maybe, given the name. Not sure what it does, how good it is, but anyways, it's dead. That looks like a G6 maybe in the back there that I got with a 105mm round. Chalk the wheel out of it. Take down some more obstacles, see if we can get a better view on it, maybe get a better shot. 50 cal's doing a little bit of damage. Take the shot, and oh my god, my aim is awful. This is going to be harder to get back into than I thought. Aim was terrible. That was a dreadful shot. That should have been a kill. But I guess 8 months off will do that to you. So I saw on the mini-map my guy at C go down. He traded with someone, so I peeked back over there for a little bit. Nothing really happened. Just wanted to make sure they weren't going to get C uncontested. We've got two tanks over there on the flank again. It looked like some kind of a Sheridan with a 76. I'm guessing that's new as well. Just died in front of me in that smoke cloud. So we're going to go see what happened to him and see if we can avenge his death a little bit. I tell you what, I've got some noise. There is some definite engine noise. I don't know where it's coming from. Man, this is weird getting back into trying to adjust to all the audio cues and understanding where the sounds are coming from. Tiger 2 didn't really have the gun depression to get a shot on him. Remembering how these vehicles traverse on different terrain, man, this is going to be getting back used to. We've got a target marker off in the distance a little bit. I've got a little bit of movement. Can't really tell what it is. Whirlwind, maybe? Yeah, Whirlwind. And so we'll pop him for, I think, kill number 2. In the meantime, I want to keep an eye on this little hill here where that Tiger 2 is hiding behind. I don't want him to get too cheeky. Situational awareness is bad. Oh, there's something moving in the distance. I think that's the Tiger 2 that was behind the hill. So we'll line up a shot on him. Hopefully the aim works. There it goes, right to the side of the turret. It's kill number 3. This is not my first game back, by the way. I think this is number 4. I've got a pretty decent recording of a 9.0 Chinese game, but we'll save that for later. This is my 3rd game. First game in the American, back with the American tanks. And so that was an M41 over at the C cap that we popped. There is still capping C, so there's something else there. I'm going to push forward a little bit, try to help this Jackson out over here. Looks like a Tiger 2 coming down the steps. Yeah, Tiger 2 got him. I'm not decisive enough to make that turn faster. So it looks like he shot at something. I'm not sure what. I've got a little bit of a second here to aim. Make sure we get that shot through the cheek. Good to go. Tiger 2 down. That's kill number 5. And I don't think there's anything else over here. There's jets up already, which is, I don't know if it's crazy or not. My timing's a little off. So we'll get up on the C-cap here and decap and recap this thing if we can. We've got a healthy lead in terms of points. We should get this cap back. But having looked at the score sheet just a couple minutes ago, it looks like probably a full third of my team has quit already after 1 death or no death, whereas the other team is still pretty full. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us too hard. But C-cap is uneventful, nothing happening over there, so I'll move back to my hidey hole here in the back. And I think one of the things that I've learned from this game is that unfamiliarity and not playing breeds unfamiliarity, and it breeds passiveness. And so this game is going to be a very good individual effort from me, but it's not going to result in any appreciable advantage to my team. I'm not sure if I ever could have carried this game, but certainly sniping from the back is probably not the best way to do the carry. That's going to be a habit that's going to be hard to break. And so we've got a faster mover. Saw the secondary target, Tiger 2, much easier shot to kill since he's kind of slow, so wanted to make sure I at least got the kill on him crossing. And as you can see, there's only 4 or 5 people left on my team. We've got 1 cap capping a second, so there's still a chance at this point. I didn't take advantage of the players that we had left. I kind of sat, and what happens when you sit? You lose. Aggressiveness pays off for your team, not necessarily individually, but it pays off for your team. So we'll pop up here and kill that Panther G, and I think that's kill number 8, maybe? 7? Looks like it's number 7. There's a tank destroyer of some kind sitting up on the rocks to my front right. I don't know what it is, can't see it, and to be honest with you, I don't really want to peek that corner because it's German, and at this battle rating it could be a Jag Tiger. Aim succeeded there. That was the old aim coming back. Killed an M109G, and so that's 8 kills. Looks like the enemy team has moved on to the A cap, and they're also decapping C. So turn around a second, see what we can see here. As I start to turn to move down, I'm checking my rear. I've got a little bit of movement down to the front. It's another Tiger 2. Put around into him. He's dead. They're still capping C, so that wasn't him. There's still something else over on the C cap. And this is what happens when you become indecisive. I'm looking at the C cap to see if anything's pushing around. Not seeing anything. I'm still peeking over my shoulder to the left to see if anything's pushing that way. And nothing, nothing, nothing. No movement. And so as I become indecisive and not sure what to do, I will move a little bit, peek over to the left, get distracted by some explosions off in the distance, ultimately have no targets in that direction. In the meantime, we're down 3 caps. There's a Tiger 2, it looks like, that has slunk off to the flank behind that hill there. So I'll cut off the peaking of that. There's probably a good minute of me waiting for him to come around the corner. And ultimately, as you're going to see, he didn't come from that direction. It came from the other direction, and that's not the same Tiger 2, by the way, but at the time I did not realize that. So I killed the Tiger 2P. It was a Tiger 2H that went around the other side that I haven't seen yet. Didn't realize it wasn't the same because my shape recognition isn't quite what it used to be, even though it's only been a few months. So down 3 caps, I see another Tiger 2 off to the left, peeking the hill there. He certainly knows where I am at. It's a Tiger 2P. He shoots, it bounces. Me not being as familiar with this vehicle as I used to be, I forget how to drive it properly, and I'm, you know, playing like an absolute noob. I see him, I know where he's at. I thought maybe I could get the aim on him, but I didn't. That was a terrible angle on my part, terrible decision making, and it ended up costing the victory because I was at 2,390 or 789 spawn points. One more kill would have triggered the nuke. So, yeah, passive gameplay every once in a while will lead to a nuke like that, or really close to one. But ultimately, I failed my team by not being more aggressive in a heavy tank. And so this is just going to show the second spawn is an M26. I'm going to try to go out and get a couple really quick kills, maybe get that nuke. But I completely missed the Tiger 2. It's on the mini map at the bottom of the screen. Completely missed it. Wasn't paying attention. Situational awareness is 1 out of 10 on right there, and so he made me pay for it. So at this point, I just wanted I've got like a 15% booster on, so I wanted to get another kill. So we'll pop out the M6 Mutant with the 105mm gun on the M6 chassis, which is kind of fun. And this guy's just rolling through the spawn, so we'll try to get a quick, easy kill on him. Spot him. He's a little angled. I'm not really sure where to shoot right now, and hesitating. He's not looking at me, so I'm not terribly concerned. Wait for his turret face to square up and finally get the last meaningless kill. And so that's kill number 11. It's a Kugelblitz? I'm not sure what that was. It was some kind of AA at the end, and ultimately didn't get a chance to get a kill on it. So first game back in the American tree, I think, was a bit of an anomaly. It felt very uncomfortable, even though I individually did well, 150, 2,000 lions. Have to switch up that vehicle research to something a little bit earlier in the tree. So yeah, first game back, it felt awkward, uncomfortable, even though I ultimately did well. So here is the second match. And from looking at this map, it looks like they made some changes down at the ACAP. That big ravine ditch down there looks like it's been moved or flattened out or leveled out, which is kind of interesting. I don't normally take a heavy tank down there, and I was really interested in playing the T-29. That's my kind of always been my go-to tank when I've taken a break from the game. I kind of come back in that, and it's I don't want to say it's easy to play, but it's very forgiving. It's got a big gun. The aiming isn't terribly you don't have to be terribly precise with the gun. Your armor lets you survive some stuff and be stupid and make mistakes. So that's usually what I come back to. So we'll take the heavy tank into the B cap here, and you're going to see in this game I make a lot of the same mistakes I made in the first game, which is being passive, not playing aggressively, not being familiar with the tank controls, and situational awareness being poor, audio cue, hint taking being very poor. And so this is what I'm talking about. Like, I crashed into the building. That was just stupid. It slowed the pivot and it knocked the building down, meaning that instead of having a solid wall there, there's potentially somebody that can hide on the other side and see through it and see where I'm at. And so sitting here, I'm waiting, and waiting is, I'm not a fan of waiting. That's just not my play style, but I'm unfamiliar, and so I'm being passive. and I've got engine noises, and it sounds like they're coming from everywhere, and I cannot pinpoint them. I see a Tiger 2 off in the distance, but that is not what I'm hearing. I hear something, it sounds like it is right up on my left, and then an IS-2 comes around the corner. Thankfully, my turret rotation was faster than his, and so now we've got this Tiger 2 coming up to the corner. I'm not sure what he's going to do, where he's going to go, so I backed off for a second, cut the clip, because there was just like a minute of doing nothing but just sitting there. I saw a Tiger 2 kill a T-92. I assumed that was him, so he pushed the corner, given that it's a 105. Got time to push around the corner and do the aim-in because of his reload, and ended up getting the kill on him. So that's kill number 2. And now, right here, I hear engine noises everywhere. I don't know where they're coming from. I see my green game platoon mate back here engaged with a heavy tank, but lack of familiarity with the map. I went the wrong way. Couldn't really get out in time to help him because I went the long way around the building instead of just simply cutting through one of the gaps. Come around the corner here. I know there's a heavy tank here. I don't know if it was the Tiger 2 that died. I didn't remember seeing the kill feed, but you know, rolling through here, I don't know where the bad guy is. I still hear the engine noises. It sounds like we're running in circles. And as I crossed through the gap in this building here, I saw something in the distance. It's an IS-2, and you know, it's the name of the guy that killed my green teammate. So that's the guy that killed him. I'm not sure how he had that shot from where he was, but he did. And so sitting here, I see a marker in the distance. Thought maybe I was going to get a shot coming around that hill. But here I am. There's a heavy tank behind me on the mini-map. I don't know where it's at. I can't see it. I hear it. So I go left, and it's not there. The audio cues, and you know, in looking back on it in hindsight, is probably in the smoke. But the audio cues are just, man, I'm not hearing things right because that sounded like it was coming from my front left, not from my rear. And so I'm not sure if that's an audio issue with the current iteration or patch the game is on, or if that's just, you know, me being new to the game again. But it's definitely unnerving not being able to rely on the audio cues, because I've never had good Twitch skills. I think my decent gameplay always came from my ability to recognize the audio cues, and I'm not doing that right now. It's really, really terrible. So we'll go around the buildings a little bit to the same hidey hole I was in just a second ago, and there's a Tiger 2 off behind the statue on the other side of it. Don't have a shot on it, but once again, I am hearing engine noises that sound like they are coming down this street to my right, like the street in between the city and the desert. And so I don't know where anything is. I can't tell, and it's incredibly frustrating and unnerving. And as you can tell with the very imprecise, indecisive gameplay, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing. So the Tiger 2 took a shot. I wanted to push the corner a little bit to see if I could get a shot on him without exposing myself to whatever, you know, might potentially be around the corner on the left or the right, and ended up getting the kill on him. I've still got engine noises that I can't tell where they're coming from. Thankfully, my team in this game is doing a really, really fantastic job of controlling cap points, contesting cap points, continuing to respawn. Been blessed with a very good team this time. And so I'm going to sit here for a second, because there is definitely, you know, as bad as the audio cues are to me right now, there is definitely something to my front left. I see a wild tiger appear. Kill him with a, you know, quick little turn, but there's definitely something to my front left. And there's definitely something to my front right that shot me. I think it is dead. Yeah, it's dead, whatever it was. And so as I push the corner here, oh, IS-2, I see it. Not really sure how to handle it. I decide at some point that I'm going to, you know, do a reverse side scrape. Because I think, you know, even though I haven't played for a while, my reaction time is still probably pretty good. It's going to be harder for him to kill me than it is for me to kill him. And then, you know, I took my good idea and I just flubbed it, completely flubbed it. Instead of reverse side scraping him and giving a poor angle, I just pulled out. He went right through my right through the machine gun port, which I thought I had covered up with bushes, but I guess I didn't. So that's me. I died. So we'll bring out the M46, another premium vehicle. I'm playing a lot of premiums right now because when I came back to the game, I realized I was incredibly poor, and I have no money to buy crew for any of these new vehicles that are out that I'll be grinding for. So I want to make some money in addition to doing the research points. So we'll be playing a bunch of premium vehicles. So M46, and I completely missed the fact that there was a Waffenträger staring at me, just completely oblivious to him. I don't know why I didn't see him, why I didn't pay attention to him. I'm incredibly thankful that not sure why he shot where he did. He shot me center of my gun barrel. I guess, is that the meta now? You shoot the barrel out, even though it's an M46, and he could have just one-shot me through my front hull. So we laid some artillery down on him, but a friendly got him instead. Did the repair. Pop onto this B-cap circle to start the D-cap, but I don't want to just sit here, even though it's probably good for my Silver Lion reward. And this guy behind me, I think that guy's a fresh death. I think he just died just a second ago. I don't remember whether he was there or not, but there's an IS-2 coming up around the corner. And that was the guy that had killed me earlier. I guess he hadn't moved very far from where he was, but yeah. So take that kill, get a little bit of revenge. That felt good. While this cap hasn't finished yet, I'll pop back onto the cap here, try to get a couple points. Finish off this cap. Steal a couple. Yep. And then our team right now looks like there's not a lot of them left. We've got all 3 cap zones. Wanted to come around the corner there and try to help with that heavy tank, but it looks like our team already got him. So knowing that we have all 3 cap zones, I wanted to find a spot that I could set up in where I wasn't going to be visible, and I could do cross shots for them coming down probably the G3 to B6 line, that diagonal. So that's a nice open field right there. And I realize I can't really see the open field very well from hiding back in this corner, so we'll have to move up just a little bit. And this is where the old adage, you know, as soon as you look, you could be looking at somewhere for 20 seconds and nothing happens, but as soon as you look away, something appears. And it looks like an ASU 57 or an SU 85, ASU 85, popped in out of nowhere, but thankfully he wasn't looking at me, and I was able to get the kill on him. And that's it. Heavy Metal Hero 7 kills, came in 4th place, which shows you that being passive isn't always the best in terms of your score. It pays to have a good team. Ended up making about 100,000, 103,000 lions in this game. Got the research good. And so, yeah, I'm back. Happy to be back, enjoying playing again, and looking forward to hearing y'all in the comments. So thanks for watching, and take care.